Primarily, I've been asked to speak from a logistics service provider perspective. That is the typical 3PL and supply chain companies from where I come. So I represent the entire service provider fraternity. The topic today is, do you outsource? Is outsourcing something good for an organization, or you still do it yourself? What it means for a lot of students is, does a company do all its logistics services or activities in-house? So that's the debate. So I'll start first on a slide saying that the logistics fraternity can do it. We can definitely take up any kind of outsourcing. There are a lot of colleagues of mine who will agree with me. But how does the client industry view? Client industry views us like this. All our clients say, yaar, ab to aap bache ho, you are too small. You can't handle every outsourcing. So, keeping this in mind, we as a fraternity say we can do everything. Client says no, you are yet to grow up. I'm bringing in an analogy, an example of how outsourcing has worked in some other industry. So bear with me, few more pictures. So why so skeptical? Are we skeptical? Any answers there? Do you think outsourcing happens, or how is it? Anybody? I know it's tough to answer this question. Yes, in general, everybody is skeptical about outsourcing in this industry, especially when it comes to retail. Retail industry is not so sure whether the 3PL players can take up the activities as they would. So let me draw an example. That's with the IT industry. We all know how big the IT industry has panned out to be the past few years. But logistics industry is also big. Of course, the numbers vary. Somebody says $75 billion as a size. Somebody says 125 billion. I have taken one figure from a source. The IT industry is smaller, by the way. But the unfortunate part is logistics industry doesn't have any industry status. Today, there is no ministry called as logistics or supply chain. You have the shipping which does its bit. You have the transport ministry which is a state affair which does its bit. So, and then the commerce and exim does a little bit. But in IT, you have NASSCOM. So here, please bear in mind, we are trying to draw an analogy. Is outsourcing useful? And we are seeing the IT industry. IT industry, highly organized. We are not. So what? So this is what happens. IT industry makes money. Everybody is counting money. We are crying. The reason being, in IT it's high output, high margin, high remuneration. All of us, when we graduate, there are a lot of graduates or would-be postgraduates. If you ask them, they would like to be in IT industry because the starting packages would be good. No one would like to be in the supply chain or logistics industry because obviously you don't get paid well. So this is the catch, really, in terms of the boons of outsourcing. This is the industry perspective. So what? So you get a good marriage proposal. If you are from the IT industry and you graduate, you get a good marriage proposal. And we, logistics people, we talk big things, we say end-to-end supply chain. In short, we are called as truckwalas. Let me quote an example here. Very recently, we had our 25-year school alumni meet. All of us met, everybody was speaking about their great achievements. Well, I am very new to this industry. I was in the international business development. I could not speak that. People were told to speak the latest, what they are doing. So when I spoke, ultimately one friend of mine, very good friend who used to always pull my leg, said, "Arey Raj, aap to sabji mandi or truck wale." It really hurt me. I said, we are a larger industry. We are the backbone. Today, if we all are here, we have got chairs and spoons and water. It's because of us as an industry. But in India, there is no recognition. If we are surviving, somebody has delivered the medicine on time. So if you really see, this is the situation with respect to outsourcing vis-a-vis the IT industry. So that was on the lighter vein, some serious stuff. Having said so, you all have come to take away something. Please write this down. The debate is open. I am saying the mathematics of outsourcing is O equals to T into P into C into D. It's a product.